guys, it's Mariam from Marizini Creates. Today I'm making a chocolate and courgette cake. It's a gluten-free cake and I'm afraid it's vegetarian, so for my vegan followers you can easily swap the eggs for ground flaxseed or unsweetened applesauce, and you could get the same result as you will see in this tutorial. And it's one of the recipes that I have followed for almost 10 years, and it's by a famous chef and author. Her name is Harry Eastwood, and she has released a lot of books. Some of them are Cook Yourself Thin and Red Velvet Chocolate Heartache. And I like the fact that the cakes contain vegetables rather than other naughty ingredients, and it makes the cake extremely light and moist. And you can cover this particular cake with chocolate buttercream icing, or you can leave it as plain as you like if you're being very good. But my kids obviously like the chocolate buttercream icing, and I do like it too. So I will be showing you how to make a very delicious chocolate buttercream icing. And that's it. I'm going to now show you how to make this cake. But before we go, please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, comment, share. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as Marizini Creates. So what are we waiting for? Let's go to my kitchen.
You will need 200 grams grated courgette, 3 medium eggs, 150 grams of caster sugar, 120 grams of rice flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon bicarbonate soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 4 tablespoon cocoa powder, and 80 grams of almond flour. Top and tail your courgette, cut it into medium chunks. Now grate it using a coarse side of a grater, or you can use a machine. Now add your eggs one by one into a mixing bowl and add your sugar, and whisk this on the whisk function for at least 4 minutes until the eggs and sugar are well combined and it has doubled in size. Then we're going to add our grated courgette and give it another mix for a couple of more minutes, and then we will add our rice flour followed by cocoa powder, our almond flour, and baking powder and baking soda, and give it another good mix. And finally we're going to add our 120 ml of buttermilk. And the cake is now ready to be poured into 2 8-inch cake pans. Make sure you measure them up equally. I usually use a spoon and I just pour in equal amounts in both pans. And now it's ready to go into the oven for 180 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. For chocolate buttercream icing, we need 200 grams of icing sugar, 60 grams of softened butter, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 100 grams of melted dark chocolate, 3 tablespoons of warm milk, and 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. In a mixing bowl, add your butter, whisk to mix. Now add your icing sugar, followed by cocoa powder and melted dark chocolate. If your icing is too thick, you can add few tablespoons of warm milk and butter until it's nice and smooth. Mix well until everything's well combined. Now our icing is ready to be applied on the cake. Use a nice cake stand, place your first sponge and smooth the icing over so it can be sandwiched with the top sponge. You can ice the top of the cake, give it a nice finish with the spatula, or you can also do a fancy piping such as rosettes, or you can just cover the tops of the sponge and give it a naked cake look. Whatever you prefer, it's really up to you. You can decorate it with fresh raspberries on top, followed by some edible dried rose petals, and you can also use one of the graters to grate some dark chocolate on top to give it that extra delicious look. And that's it. This is how we make our chocolate cake.